So we kind of left you hanging in Cape Lookout. I'm not sure why that was.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together.
So we kind of left you hanging in Cape Lookout. I'm not sure why that was, but basically once we left Cape Lookout we came up through Beaufort or Beaufort, depending on how it's pronounced, and came back to Oriental. The reason for coming back to Oriental was it's relatively inexpensive to stay here. The marina here at Whitaker Point is good value for money. Matt's, the dock master, is really good to work with. We know it. So this video is kind of a catch up with all of that. We had a fantastic time at Falls Creek. So they got to make some friends there. We also stayed at the Riverside RV Park in Bottlesville. That's where we put our camper for 6 weeks. Can't recommend it enough. They were absolutely super helpful. They've got a pool there, so we would hang out with the pool. We got to see our daughter and son-in-law and 2 of our grandkids. We would have liked to have seen the others, but that kind of didn't happen. We also sold our camper.
Happy sailing.
You guys have fun.
There it goes.
Aww.
Under Venera. So a friend of Luttrell's basically offered to buy it and came within a few days of it being up for sale, which was amazing. But then we had to clean it out.
I was the best mom because I cooked. I love you. Cows my pay, not Love's day.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. You don't miss what?
Third grade math.
Okay, so look, this says my mom.
I'd much rather be going into freshman year.
This was Katie Ray owner at Bortlesville Hoover Elementary, Mrs. Duggar. It says my mom.
She had a weird name.
And my mom's 21. Oh, it's not 21. My mom is the prettiest when she has on a sparkly shirt. My mom likes to play with me a little. My mom always says I love you. My mom is funny when she tells funny jokes. But see, I need to save this stuff because you guys, I do, because you guys are in these especially you are in these teenage years where it's like parents are terrible. Y'all all just hate me and I hate all y'all.
I always just like give them the exact same thing that everybody else at the time was saying and their stuff.
But these are things that you guys made for me when y'all still loved your mommy and wanted to hang out with her.
So I managed to get sailing with my friend Jim. Jim's one of our Patreons, and we managed to get out on his 26 Pearson. Lake sailing is so different to ocean sailing and ICW sailing, but I had a brilliant time, and we had a lot of fun. Get the inflatable ones that don't inflate until you hit the water. So while we were in Oklahoma we caught COVID. We probably caught it at Falls Creek, assuming now there were so many people there. But that laid us out flat for at least 5 days, and then we were still recovering afterwards. Luttrell and I, we couldn't taste anything properly. Everything tasted off. For some reason we couldn't taste salt at all. So it was just a case of battling through it. The kids did great. They had a little bit of a fever, and that was about it. They were over it within a day or two. So it just amazes me that we can sail all the way through the Bahamas and Florida and not catch it, but the moment we got back to Oklahoma, we laid out flat with it. So one of the surprises I had was Latrell got something for our anniversary, which is kind of unusual really, because we tend to both forget on the day, or certainly leading up to it, when it is. We've actually been married 15 years, July 14th 2007, and she'll be surprised that I actually remember that.
Hey.
Oh wow, these look really cool.
Remember I said I ordered us something for our anniversary?
Yeah. So this was it. I've been racking my brain about what that could be. I like that. Sailing in Faith. And our logo on the back. Straight on.
I have one for myself right there too. Yeah, is it comfortable?
Yeah, it's nice. It's soft.
I think I get the, it's not the classic, it's like the comfort or something. Yeah, looks good.
So I just want to give a big shout out to Jim and Lisa and Sandra and Josh. They've been absolutely awesome. We really appreciate all the help that they've given us. I met up with Josh while we were away. We went out to Hideout for lunch, and he had 1,001 questions, and it was kind of cool. So, well, not kind of cool, but it was cool. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they might even consider buying a boat and doing what we're doing. If, like them, you want to know a little bit more, we post a little bit more on our Patreon site. That tends to be in real time, and it would be really cool if you feel inclined to sign up to that. If you're new to the channel, please click on that subscribe button. Every little bit helps us out. I actually want to get to a community page, which we need 500 subscribers for. That way we could put out live streams and things like that, which would be really fun to do. For the boat, we've got some projects coming up that we need to work on. We've got to rebed the salon windows because they were leaking really badly when we came back. We've started doing that, and that's been an experience in itself. We've got a couple of other projects that we'd like to get done. It looks like we'll probably end up going back to Florida and meet up with some friends. We're kind of not sure about all of that at the moment, because I've actually been trying to get some employment in the IT industry again, but for one reason or another it just keeps falling through at the last minute. So that's something that people can definitely be praying about for us. If not, we've got some other backup plans. We'd like to get involved in some kind of mission work in the Bahamas, which would be absolutely awesome. We also want to put Starlink on the boat so that we can get better communication, better weather, and things like that. So once again, thanks for watching, and we will see you again in the next week or so.